I'm up in my office, getting a few things ready to go before I head out for some work I've got this week. Um, to let you know a little more about who I am a graduate of Wright State University with a bachelor's degree in rehabilitation services with a focus in mental health. I then followed it up with two rehabilitation counseling degrees at the graduate level from Wright State, the first in severe disabilities, the second in rehabilitation counseling for chemical dependency. Also, while I was here, I got an additional certificate that was a specialization in job placement and job development. I worked here at Wright State as a graduate assistant. I then worked for the School of Medicine and the SARDI program for a number of years as a research assistant, doing a number of different kinds of research in rehabilitation counseling, vocational counseling, everything from substance abuse and DUI offenses, kind of runs the gamut. My first real job in the area of rehabilitation was working with people with chronic and persistent mental illness, and I did that at Eastway here in Dayton, Ohio. After that job, I was lucky enough to get an internship in the head injury reentry program, which was based at Miami Valley Hospital in downtown Dayton. That program was a comprehensive long-term program for folks that had severe brain injuries and were trying to get back to work, primarily through the state voc rehab system. So we did everything from neuropsych evals to work conditioning, work hardening. We did occupational therapy, speech pathology, physical therapy, support groups, all kinds of things to try to get people back into a work readiness and to deal with the kinds of issues that people would encounter as a result of a traumatic head injury. From that point, I got lucky and moved into a position. It was the first federally funded program in the country that dealt with substance abuse and disability as a concurrent issue, and that was the CAM program. It was a combined venture between Wright State University and Miami Valley Hospital. Worked there as a case manager, counselor for a few years, and then I took the giant leap of faith and decided to go on and get my doctorate. So I applied to Southern Illinois University at Carbondale. I was fortunate to be accepted out there, and I dropped my professional life, or at least put it on hold, back in 1996 and went to Illinois. Lived in Carterville, Illinois, while I went to school at Southern, and worked through my coursework, got through my preliminary exams, my comp exams, and then started my dissertation work. And while I was there, I spent time as an outcomes manager for the Evaluation and Developmental Center in Carbondale, Illinois. Also at that point in my life, I was fortunate enough to get involved with CARF, and because EDC was a CARF accredited agency, and I had been through CARF and JACO numerous times while working for the hospital, I thought that would be a good time for me to kind of get involved with that on a service level. So I got a recommendation letter and went off to get trained to be a CARF surveyor in 1998. So I just received my 15-year CARF bag for being a surveyor for 15 years. I've been all over the United States and Canada, and have enjoyed those wonderful experiences of seeing what people do out there in terms of accreditation. In fact, that's where I'm heading this coming week. I'll be up in British Columbia, Canada for a CARF survey on the second leg of the trip, and I'll take you along so you can kind of see what that's about. So in my real job here, I am the associate dean, so I deal with all things related to curriculum and also those activities involving research. So I've got my hands in a lot of grant activities of our faculty and collaborations on grants between School of Medicine and our mental health and recovery boards and some other external agencies, even the Rehab Institute of Chicago. We have some coordinated research endeavors that are going on here. So it keeps me really busy here at work, but it's a great environment for me. I have a lot of flexibility with my time and a lot of freedom with how I use my time, and a lot of resources. I've got a great staff. I've got great colleagues here that are willing to support me in what we do, and we believe in the role that that leadership really is something that is important for professions, for professionals, and for our field. So in that sense, this is a perfect opportunity for me to move forward and pursue that leadership for the National Rehabilitation Association. Leadership has been in my blood for really the last 15 years or so. I have served on boards, both local, state, and national boards since the 90s. And the president of a national organization is not a new thing for me. I've been president of the National Rehabilitation Counseling Association, and as of July 1st of this year, I'm now past president of the American Rehabilitation Counseling Association. So I'm familiar with what it takes to be at the forefront of a national organization. It's a complex job. It's a complex duty, and your constituents are the people that you really have to be concerned about. What are we doing to try to further our profession? What are we doing as an organization to support our members who choose to spend their money, to spend their time, and to commit to what we should be able to provide for them to enhance what they do? And ultimately that will affect the people that they're serving out there and make lives better for millions of people with disabilities. So it's an honor to be able to serve. It's an honor that in my 15 years or so of significant service to professional organizations that I'm at this place in my life where the National Rehabilitation Association might choose me as their leader. And I find that to be a significant honor and something that I would invite. So that's a little bit about me. I'll give you some more about hints of who I am as we continue to move forward. But I'm going to sign off for now and grab the stuff that I'm going to need for this week. We're going to go to a couple places that I think are going to be unique for you to see and experience what leadership looks like from someone who's been there and done that. Okay, we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.